that. Meanwhile, let's go back to this. You talk about defensively. Defensively from you. What did Oklahoma do or not do to allow this offensive performance from LSU?
Dari, I'm not really sure exactly what they could have done, much different. I mean, the bottom line is they didn't have the people to match up. I mean, LSU's got the right guys.
All right, so again, we lost a microphone there. We're making a transition at this particular moment from walking on the field to getting to the set. LSU a 63-28 winner, of course, over Oklahoma in what was just essentially a start to finish whipping. Almost 700 total yards of offense for LSU. Joe Burrow shattering records, LSU records, SEC records in the first half alone with 7 first-half touchdown passes. Ties, frankly, for a record for touchdown passes and a half in any game in FBS history. That's regular season or halftime. 7 touchdowns and a half ties a record for the most and a half in any game, regular season or bowl, in the history of the FBS.
Dari, I want to say I'm surprised. I really do. But here's the thing, man. Like Tim said to Joe when he walked up. I mean, I remember, I go back to Joe Burrow, and it's almost like when Jordan said he was shooting in the ocean. That's where that dude is right now. And very few times as an athlete you get a chance to slow everything down around you, and it looks like everything around you is going in slow motion. You know what you're doing every single time a play is happening, and that's just where he is right now. I got to credit Steve Ensminger and Joe Brady for putting him in that situation. He's in a perfect system for the type of quarterback that he is, and it's paying dividends. It's paid dividends all season long.
No doubt. There's so many people that need to get credit. Obviously, both OCs, Joe, these receivers. But you know who doesn't get a lot of credit and they need to get the credit? This offensive line. I get that defensive line, those linebackers, they're not fantastic, right? They're not all world beaters. This offensive line didn't let anyone get close to Joe. Like, they did a great job today, and they've really done a great job all year long.
Joe Moore award-winning group. Oh, by the way, can we give a little love to Chris Curry? Right? I mean, Clyde Edwards-Helaire played very little, but Chris Curry ran like he had a little something to prove.
Yeah, he ran with his hair on fire today, man.
Yes,
Physical, tough, made cuts.
No question. An LSU route, and now they're on to the national championship in New Orleans. Here in Atlanta, the celebration is on as LSU has indeed knocked off Oklahoma 63-28, tying an SEC record for points in any bowl game. You see almost the 700 total yards. Dorian Oka, Marcus Spears, Tim Tebow, Gene Chizik with you here as they celebrate a Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl victory and really, most importantly, a chance to win a national championship for the first time in a dozen years, Marcus.
This is the thing they talked about. We're not done yet. They want to be 1-0 every week. Joe Burrow talked about that. That's been the motto of this football team. Ed Orgeron can't give him enough credit for his willingness to change and adapt and make sure that he was putting his players in a good situation to win games. This defense answering the bell 3 weeks in a row here now. When they were the reason for them going down to number 2 and then being number 1 at the end of the season when this committee finally made the final decision, this is a total team effort. They're having a good time doing it, and they enjoying it, man.
Unbelievable scene right behind us here, and what an incredible, large, loud contingent of LSU fans that made this journey, knowing that, look, the next journey isn't going to be as far away in New Orleans. But much deserved after the season that they've gotten to enjoy, and they carried it right into this semifinal.
Yeah, Dori, look, man, first of all, let me have a moment as an alumnus.
Sure.
Can I please do that? If
I see a tear.
When you are in position to be successful and the position that I'm not going to talk about the position that people are putting you in and you know your full potential is not being realized. As fans, that's disheartening. That makes people kind of a little bit edgy, a little bit turned off. Look, man, this is what people thought LSU should be. Gene, Tim, how many years did we sit up here and say, why aren't those athletes playing for national championships? When we looked at LSU teams and you see the names in the drafts that's taking place and they sending just as many first rounders and big physical guys up front, why are they not in the conversation? You finally seeing when coaches put people in positions to be successful, that's all you can ask for is a chance. Give me a chance to be successful, and then we'll see what we can do with it. It's been a magical year so far for this
and
football
look,
team.
and how about the preparation that the SEC gave them? Florida, Auburn, forget Texas, wipe them away. But Alabama.
Yeah, I want to touch base on that. I think if LSU can go to New Orleans and finish it the way that they started it, I really think that this team will have a chance to go down as one of the best teams and one of the most magical years in college football history.
No doubt.
All of the top 10 teams they've beaten when they faced them, top 10, Florida, Auburn, Alabama, Texas, Georgia, Oklahoma, and then a national championship. That's insane. And then to win your championship in your home state. And also, I mean, there's only one game that was within a score.
Auburn.
One game. Yeah. And you went to T-Town. I mean, that's domination, and it's pretty magical.
To me, this was just another playoff game. They've been in 4 other playoff games.
At least.
They really have. And I'll be honest with you, they look as good in every single one of those 4 before this one. And this one, what happened was they went up against players that weren't as talented as those other 4 playoff games. And that's why you saw what I thought was not even a fair fight.
Right.
From the very beginning. And I'll be honest, guys, I thought it'd be a 3-touchdown, 17-point. It wasn't fair. I mean, the closest it was is a kickoff, and that was it.
Yeah.
And after that, it wasn't even close. And it was dealer's choice. They played great on defense. This Oklahoma offense came in being able to run the football. We talked about Jalen Hurts and what he's been able to do. There was no running game that existed. And then what did that make them do? That made Jalen had to beat you throwing it.
And that's exactly where you wanted him.
Exactly what they did. Yeah. And then, guys, we said it pregame. Oklahoma's defense does not match up with the skilled players at LSU.
Is it,
period.
As a quarterback, is it a wee bit enjoyable to sit back and throw when there's nobody around? He had all day, and it was target practice, and he's shooting targets to guys that simply are massive advantages physically over the guys on top of him. 3-man rush, you hate it. I know.
Dog. I don't know if I wanted to see LSU win as a fan. I don't know if I've ever been frustrated as I was watching Oklahoma rush 3.
Oh, you were now.
I mean, listen, because you take that personal as a defensive player. All you want to do is be in some sort of situation where we could have a chance. You weren't. It was proving you weren't going to stop the receivers one-on-one. The next best thing is to pressure the quarterback. And when they just stood back and let this time and time run, and again, it drove me absolutely crazy that they did that for a majority of this game.
I hear you, Marcus. I don't want to kick someone when they're down. Oklahoma's not the 4th best team in the country. And honestly,
we debated that before this game.
But we did. And I think a lot of people are seeing that right now.
Somebody had to be in. That's really what it means. If you want a 3-team playoff, this would be the year to have it. Realistically, that was always the case. Moments ago, Holly Rowe on the field with LSU head coach Ed Orgeron.
For a chance at a national championship. How does that sink into you right now?
You know, that hasn't sunk in yet. I'm just very proud of our football team, very proud of our coaching staff, very proud. Hey, way to go, my man. Yeah, congratulations to you. Very proud of everybody in in our organization. I think he's going to sing in tonight. We're going to enjoy this victory, and then we're going to press on.
How proud are you of your team? It's been award season, lots of awards, lots of individual acclaim, that they could focus in on this moment and get this done today.
You know, we didn't skip a beat. We didn't blink. We put it aside. We focused in the task at hand. We came here. This is a playoff game. This is not a bowl. Our team was very focused. We got great leadership and great coaches.
For a boy from La Rose, Louisiana, what does it feel like to go across the bayou and play for a national title?
You know, it's something we always dreamed about. It's going to be a special night for everybody in Louisiana, but this is always going to be about the team.
Coach, I know it was a heartbreaking day for the team today. What did you say to your kids and to Coach Ensminger before this game?
You know, Coach Ensminger and I addressed it. We didn't have a long time to talk, but he's getting the game ball tonight. What a tremendous, tremendous LSU Tiger. He called a great game tonight.
Oh, my goodness. You know, what Steve Ensminger must have been going through with the loss of his daughter-in-law in the plane crash in Lafayette. Carly McCord, sports radio personality, sideline reporter in the state of Louisiana. I don't know how do you compartmentalize something like this and go out and get through this while your son is on your mind, while your family is on your mind. How do you do that?
I don't know how you do it. I'm going to be honest with you, but the level of focus and the level of commitment, you know, you always, Marcus, we talked about it beforehand. You talk about the word family on a football team, right? Here's the good news, guys. There's no good news other than the fact that he's got a family of about 200 guys that are going to be there for him.
Absolutely.
Because there's nothing good about this, right? But, you know, you say, how does he do it? I don't know how he does it. He found out a way to stay in the game. He chose to participate in this game. He did not have to, but it was a commitment. He did it, and he'll get a lot of love from all these guys because at this point in time, there's nothing to say. There's nothing you can say. The only thing you can do is give love and show love, and he'll get plenty of that with these guys.
Dory, to that point and to Gene's point, this game has held a lot of people. I played with Torrey Smith in Baltimore, who lost his brother before he had to play a football game. It's something about this atmosphere, this culture, the guys that you grind with, sweating, crying, bleeding. When you go through things like this, man, I'm telling you, it matters. I lost my grandmother this past offseason. The time I started crying is when my teammates showed up. That's when it really hit me, because it's something about all of the stuff that you go through, and you know everybody is going through something in life. You know that everybody is dealing with things, and as men, we kind of prideful and we don't try to like lay it out there on the table. The fact that this took place before this game, Steve Ensminger was in a culture and an environment around people that he knows loves him, helped him tremendously. To Gene's point, it's not really much you can say. It's about what you do. And we saw Joe's reaction. We know his relationship with Ed Orgeron. I firmly believe that this is the second best place Steve Ensminger could have been when that news happened, when that tragedy took place. The first place is where he's going now to be with his family. But this was the second best place he could be around people that he knew would support him to the utmost.
It's a great point. It's a great point. Game has come and gone. Now he takes that next step and goes to the first place that he needs to be, the first best place he needs to be. All right, we're going to show you exactly what happened, how it went down. Records were shattered. And oh, by the way, this is why